I want to bring in trial attorney and legal analyst Misty Marris now. Misty, this case caught our attention immediately because it's one we've covered. I'm curious if some of our coverage impacted the investigation. It always puts more pressure on to have national coverage of a story like this. What I found also curious was they didn't release whether it's one suspect or multiple, and they're not naming them. Why do you think the sheriff kept that information back?
So, Marni, you're absolutely right. First of all, having so many eyes on this case can help to drive it to some kind of resolution and ultimately bring charges. First of all, there's been attention on the case from the media perspective. This has spawned many podcasts. You know what happens? Then you get internet sleuths. They then share information with law enforcement that could potentially lead to certain leads or individuals to be questioned or witnesses or whatever it might be. So that media attention can help to get these cases, even 30-year-old cold cases, moving. But on the other part of your question, I do think that there is an active investigation that continues. They're not releasing information. First of all, they do not want to tip off anyone who may be a suspect in the case. Second of all, they want to make sure that they build the case behind the scenes so that when this is turned over to prosecutors in their prosecutorial discretion have enough to actually indict and bring this case to trial. So there's incentive in the investigation to keep the specific information close to the vest until that time where the time is right to make it public.
It's been a long time. Her family has waited a long time. Both of Tara's parents were deputized in the case. They took part in the investigation. They have since passed away. In terms of a threat to the public, though, if there were one, do you think authorities would have said that without naming any suspects?
I do. I think that if they believed there to be an active threat to the public, there would have been some kind of warning or maybe even more expeditious action to get to that indictment. If they do not believe there is an active threat, then there is a balance test that's always weighed from a law enforcement perspective. What in the public interest needs to be out there or for the purposes of public safety versus ensuring that the investigation is not tainted and everything is buttoned up, I's are dotted, T's are crossed, so that this case is ready to go to trial ultimately and ready to make those arrests and indict the perpetrators of the case.
This family has waited more than 30 years for answers and closures in the case. Tara was declared deceased 10 years after her disappearance. How closely and how much can they legally share with the family about how close they are to an arrest?
So the law enforcement has a wide range of discretion when it comes to what they are sharing with those loved ones who are closest to the investigation and the ones that actually lost their loved one. It all depends on the facts and circumstances. From a legal perspective, law enforcement can really make that choice, and it all speaks to the ability to maintain the propriety of the investigation and also to preserve any evidence that might need to go to trial. Now, that being said, in a case like this, where everyone has been waiting so long for answers, I suspect that they're sharing, and you know, there's two brothers and two living sisters. I suspect that behind the scenes, they are sharing whatever they can to give some solace to this family who lost their loved ones so long ago.
And there have been a lot of theories around this case that even in the beginning, law enforcement was somehow involved in covering things up. How long do you think it will take the DA to review the evidence, to look through the investigation and take that next step for charges?
That is such a great question, and it really depends on what this evidence is. So there's one avenue, and I'm thinking because we hear this very definitive, there's a major breakthrough in this case. I'm wondering if some of what they've gathered, especially since the eyes have been on this matter, has led to some sort of forensic evidence. If there's forensic evidence, then it's much easier to go to the district attorney and say, look, this case, we've got a good case for you.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.